Going to do today is Chad is going to go over the widget. You're going to go over the product widget today. So as we all know, Chad, we're just starting with you're starting with a blank page. Is that correct, Chad?
Yeah, I'll just start with a blank page for this one. If we have time, we might go over the prices, and I have one already pre-generated. But
Okay,
the
go ahead.
product, it's pretty simple for this one. The main difference with this is it's very similar to the catalog. If you've used the catalog, that lets you add basically products to purchase. The main difference is that the catalog is multiple products, and this product widget is a single product that users can buy. So if you just have one thing you want to put on one page to sell, this is a very easy way to do that. So once you create the widget, it's going to be blank here, and you would just simply fill in the content as you go. You'd put in your price for whatever product it is. For this one, we're going to say we're going to do like a cake because I have a picture already set for that. So you just type in like 30 for there. And then original price, this will show it as crossed out. So if we want to do like it was $50, it'll show it as crossed out and kind of looks like it's on sale. You know what I mean? And then for the shipping cost, this is going to add in the e-commerce, and like at the end, it's going to automatically add that shipping cost on to the final cost. So you can always do that as well if you have additional shipping. And max quantity is how many total they're allowed to purchase. So if you only have like one, then they can only buy that one. And for options and choices for this product, this is where you would do different like styles, like it says here, like different size, colors, or flavor. So what you can do is for an option, you would just add the option name and the choices. So for this one, if you wanted like, flavor, because we're doing cakes, type in flavor. And then here is where you would type in your different options, basically. You can do, vanilla, chocolate. However, this is where you can specify and increase a price. If you wanted to add an extra price onto it, you would just use that symbol followed by a plus and then the number. So for example, if chocolate costs extra, that symbol is the slash sign. If you hold shift and press slash, it'll create that vertical bar, and then you would just add a +1, and that'll add an extra $1 for chocolate. And then here's where you'd make your title. And then your main
Let's
text.
scroll up a little bit. Let's scroll up a little bit here.
Does anyone have any questions so far?
And then add a save and add this option as its choices. So we want to see what it's.
Yeah. I was going to wait till we get to the picture, but we'll see what it looks like. So this is without the picture. You'll just see the title that right there. There's the original price. There's the price, and then the original price is crossed out. So it looks like it's on sale. And then the picture normally would be right on the title, and we'll add that. The quantity, that how many they can order. And then here's the options. So you can see there's the main option right there, flavor. And then if you drop down, you can see the vanilla and chocolate is +1. So that'll add 31 if you were to add it to the cart.
And then clearly you would have to have, as it says right there, we have not enabled e-commerce.
Yeah.
We're not going to go ahead and do that. That's obviously we've done that before. So there's plenty of videos on the e-commerce.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna do a separate training on that as well. And then so it's pretty easy to add the different options here. You would just, like, if you would have flavor, like it says here, color, and you type all your colors here. And then you can add as many of those as you want. And then the main content, and then the subtitles, like pretty self-explanatory. They're going to appear right underneath here. And images, this is where you would add the image for your product. You can use our global media library. I have this cake already prepared, so you'd simply add your image there. And then when you save it, if you add in a file from your computer, you always want to make sure to click the upload button, and that'll upload it to the server. And that'll make sure that it's on our server.
Yep.
Okay, so you have
obviously that plus is also, as everybody knows, easy to just wherever I want to edit. I just got on the phone folder itself. I just go to any section that I want, and that actually will then be able to edit that widget particular.
Right, exactly. And then you can do your subtitle and then your your main text right here.
Mhm.
And then that's going to appear obviously right below it.
Okay.
So you can see all that right there. And then once you have everything all set, you can add multiple images actually if you want.
You can, that was going to be my question. You can also
Yeah.
still add multiple images to the slider there?
Yes, you can always add multiple images. So if we wanted to add another cake, we would just simply add that second image, and that'll automatically create a slider. You can see the buttons down there and then the left and right arrows. That's going to automatically create a slider that'll transition back and forth between those pictures.
Perfect.
You can adjust the slider settings right down here. So if you wanted it to fade instead of slide, you can use that, and then the time. Or you can have it not slide automatically, so they would have to press the buttons in order to manually slide. And then you can have a video as well. You can upload, and then the video frame would basically be what the video looks like it's in. So if you want the video to look like it's in a MacBook or a desktop computer, you can choose that. Or the modal is when it pops out separately.
Perfect.
And then the buttons is where you would add additional buttons. This is the buttons besides the Buy It Now. The Buy It Now button is always going to be added automatically because that's how they purchase. And then if you wanted to add additional buttons, like if you wanted to link, maybe to another page, or you wanted to link to your Facebook, or however you want to do it, you could easily do that. You can even have them send an email, and that's in the buttons tutorial. We're going to go over that separately soon. And as far as the rest of the options, it's all pretty, just like all the other widgets, pretty self-explanatory once you get into them all.
We'll be going over the SEO and graph, and that will be some more advanced training. But
yeah, this is pretty advanced training. And then for the additional options, this is just like all the others. You can determine whether this has to be required to be logged in, or whether it's on mobile only or desktop only. So this is neat. If you have products you only want to show on cell phones, you can switch that on, and this will hide that entire product widget for desktops. And you can see the product will automatically adapt to the different screens. So on the small screen here, it'll drop down and it'll bring the menu below, whereas on the desktop, it'll put it right next to it. So you can have different widgets right below that. And it's pretty easy to use once you get into it. And additional styles, this is where you would set like your backgrounds, and then
you go to the style and just choose a solid color.
Yeah, that's what I usually like to do. It's pretty simple. If you wanted to just fill in that whole area with like a basic gray or something, you would simply choose a solid color and then save that, and then you see that whole area now has a gray little background to it.
And you can also do that, and then now you can adjust maybe your fonts or your colors or whatever to really make things stand out a little bit.
Right, exactly. And then in the chat it looks like if you wanted different products for desktop versus mobile, you would just simply create the two widgets, the two product widgets, switch one to mobile, switch one to desktop, and you can set them each independently.
Exactly, because remember, you got full control over what you have somebody seeing on the other side. So that's a feature that we haven't had a lot of people actually bring up, and that is really the whole point of the platform, if you will. The mobile first is right here. What you're looking at, the additional options, even though it's this simple little section, mobile only, desktop only, that is the secret sauce. That is what this whole thing has been put together for. That right there, you determine what is seen on which device and what is not seen. So I absolutely love when you can have that kind of control over someplace else that gives you no control. Basically, what's out there today is take it or leave it. We are saying, no, you determine what is seen and what is not seen. So name some person, name some product. So basically, if you think about what our product outreach is, every single person that has a business, that has a product, that has a service, that has an idea, almost every single person that has a phone needs this. That has a laptop needs this. We can pretty much think of everybody who's going to need, hey, I have an idea. Well, man, I wish I could put a website together. I wish I could have landing pages. I wish I could have an autoresponder. I wish I could put all this stuff together. We've done it for you.
Right.
So it encompasses everything.
Yeah, and if you're not aware, a lot of the competition they use responsive websites, which basically automatically adapt to the screen size, and then it just kind of moves the text and shifts it around so that it looks nicer. Whereas we basically give you two websites in one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can have completely different things for the desktop and completely different stuff for the mobile,
Right.
and essentially two different websites. It's pretty neat.
100%, Chad. 100%
Yeah.
is correct. So you could do it in this way. There is places out there. I've explored everything. Trust me. I'm sure there's more companies that come out there, but I've been doing this for a few years trying to explore the competition. So I've gone out and I've said, okay, hey, I have a desktop site. Went to somebody and said, okay, I need this to be mobile optimized. Okay, send us your website. And I just sent them something I did on Wix or whatever. I was getting quotes back for $10,000 just to make it mobile, So that's kind of what's out there right now. You have the choice of if you want a mobile one or you want a desktop one. So you could be talking to some person. You'll say, hey, do you want a mobile site or do you want a desktop site or you want them both? Well, I want responsive. Of course, they're going to say. You're going to come back with, well, I can actually do you better. Because better is I'll do you the mobile site. And you know what, Mr. Potential client, I like you so much. I'm actually going to do your desktop site and your tablet site all complimentary. I'm just going to do those. I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to make your mobile perfect, optimize it, and then I'm actually going to do your desktop and your tablet for free. So you can actually even market it in that way. I'm doing a mobile site and we're throwing in the desktop site for free because that's your choice right now. You can go out and do a responsive site. You can go out and do a mobile only site and a website, which is the way that you would need to do it in order to really truly compete with what you have in front of you. You'd literally have to go out, have somebody build you a mobile site and have somebody build you a desktop site and connect the two. Chuck, have a pool company prospect without a website. Any suggestions on which template I should select since the pool company specific is not in our templates? Chuck, I'll make you a pool template. How about that? Does that work for you, Chuck? We will start getting into the more niche templates. Again, as I kind of say, you can take any template, Chuck, as you're clearly kind of pointing to, and make anything out of it because we're just changing pictures and images, so you can really do anything. But I will make a pool template because I think that would be a cool one. I was going to work on a pool one, a landscaping one. I've just finished a barbershop template too as well.
Oh, nice.
All righty. All right, go ahead, Chad.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just going to show off this mobile switch if you wanted, where if I switch that on and save it to mobile, you'll see this is still the same on here. But now if I were to view the full screen, the whole thing has just disappeared because it's
Right.
now mobile only.
Right.
And then that's where you'd create a separate product, and then that would appear on the desktop only once you flip that switch.
Right. You just create one product and then go ahead and create another product and create another product, and then I'll just skip a little bit.
Right.
Yep.
And then if you want, we can go over the countdown widget. That one's pretty easy.
Yeah, do the countdown widget too as well. But before we continue on, is there any questions?
Yeah, I have something here, Scotty.
Go ahead.
I've got, as you know, a couple websites that I've built, and I'm used to a mobile site only having very minimal info. You know, your name, your phone number, your contact information. So if I was to clone my original my original desktop that has like 20 pages or 30 pages or 100 pages, whatever I've got, can I clone that site and then modify it on and just have it show as mobile?
Yes.
And how would that work as far as Google? What are they looking at? Are they going to look for just the mobile site, or are they going to look for the desktop? You know, because it is mobile first.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest question is why the need to have a mobile site and the desktop? Yes, it's great to have them both, but with MF, Google sees the mobile site first, right?
Right.
So
Now let me ask you a question, Alan. I'm going to do right here.
okay, devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. Okay, so what you're trying to tell me is you will build me a mobile site and you don't want to give me the desktop site?
No, what I'm saying is normally in the old world, a mobile site did not look like a desktop.
Correct.
It had little bitty pictures here, little bitty.
Oh, it's all scrunched. They're just horrible. Yes.
So right now, when I look at my websites on an iPhone, it's the same exact site as what I have on my desktop.
Right.
And
you know, here would be a good question. Probably the only way to answer it, I think, would be is to kind of test it. What I think you're saying is if I actually cloned it and made it all mobile and basically didn't have it as coming up on desktop, what will happen?
well, I want to have both. I just want one site to come up for people that are on desktop, and I wanted another site that comes up strictly for mobile. But on the mobile, I don't see a reason to have all that other information that I have on a desktop.
Right. Well, of course, that's the whole gist of it. Was the whole thing where, remember, we're at the very beginning when I was meeting with Sylvia, goes, there's certain things that is relevant on click to call. Do I ever need click to call on a desktop?
No.
Exactly. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, click to call. That's one of the main reasons why. I mean, our thing is you have your business in your hand. I built one where this marketing, an MLM, right? An MLM company, and then they had a marketing page. Well, I redid a marketing page. So what they used to have was they had their front end website, then they had their affiliate site, then they had a marketing site. So they had 3 different sites, okay? 3 different sites. So imagine you out there, and it was some Fitbit watch thingy, right? And you're out there and you're trying to, and the customer comes up, somebody's on the street says, hey, I like that thing on your watch. Well, now you're back into the old school ways of things. Well, let me talk to you. Let me hand out a business card. Let me get your phone number. Let me do this old school way, right? Now let me get back home to my computer. Now let me send you something. Now let me try and track down this thing. Okay, well, how is that really going to work? That's not your business in the palm of your hand in this modern age. You got to be kidding me. So what I was like, is like, well, let's put everything all in the palm of one hand. So mobile. So I was able to put everything connected all on mobile. So the same person would come up to you and say, hey, I like that watch in your hand. Great. Let me send you a video. Let me send you to my website. Let me pop this thing on my phone that makes it look like it's an app. Now let me get your contact information. Let me send you all this. Oh, you like it so much you want to buy it? All right, let's just go ahead and complete the transaction all from my phone. So I was able to take something that people had to go back to their home, back to their desktop in order to complete a transaction. I've done it all on our phone with our system. It doesn't matter what it is. Your business will always be in your hand, Mr. or Mr. Customer walking down the street. It's in the palm of your hand. Doesn't matter. Throw away your business cards with this. Throw them away. I will show you. I've actually built one for a car dealership, or I built a marketing site. Okay, and I've tested it. Who's going to get information as compared to a business card? I had it where, Mr. Customer, hey, I think you want to come back to see this car. Great. Let me get your information because I'm talking to you personally. What's your name? Mr. John Smith. What's your phone number? They're always going to say what my phone number was. What's your email? Boom, boom. Okay, check your email box right now. You just got a message personally from me. It's not from the company. It's from me. Now, I get 100% of people giving me that information. Now, flip it. Go give somebody your business card. You're probably going to get 100% people not calling you. So you have a very, very powerful tool in your hands for any market, any place, so that you can, that's why you can totally make this thing be mobile or be desktop. Certain things only require you to be on one and not on the other. And so up until now, your customers had to make a choice. Hey, I really need to click the call on my phone, but it's pointless on my desktop. Oh my gosh, this doesn't make any sense. Well, I have no choice. You're just giving them a choice. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm glad everybody is seeing those. Yes, I actually have, I'll actually put something in the chat what I've made up. It was just a real simple thing, and I've actually done it before with this other landscaping company. I said, you guys think you're getting leads? Let me show you how to get leads. So like, how are you getting all these emails? I said, it's pretty simple. Nobody, it's psychology. Nobody turns you down to your face. Nobody turns you down personally. Everybody turns down companies. Hey, how many of us have gone out, been bought something, and at the end of that transaction said, hey, Alan, what's your email address? Oh, no, it's Alan at AOL. You're never going to get my email address because you're talking to a company. But now me and Alan are out there on just chit-chatting, and I'm the same sales associate, and we're just chit-chatting, and I pull up on my phone and say, I know you're looking for this certain phone. Let me get your information and give you personally a call back. You're going to give it to me because you're just talking to me as a person. So what you can do with this product is absolutely phenomenal. I have not found an avenue that this cannot work in. And then you throw it in every language, and now just imagine where we're going to be in a year from now. So great question, though, Alan. Great question.
Yeah, there's a ton of potential with this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So should we go over the countdown?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So countdown's pretty easy. What this does is this adds a nicely formatted countdown timer. I'm just going to shift this above the product so it's easier to see. And what this does is this lets you enter a date and time. So let's do a title real quickly. So all you would do is you enter your title, and then you would set a date and time that you want it to actually end in. So you can click the calendar here, and this will open up a little calendar. So if we want it to end like a week from now, we would just simply click the date, and this will bring up a range of times. You'd click the general range of time that you want this to end. So if we want it around 10:30, you click that, and it'll just generate that time for you. And you can also type that in manually, erase that, and if you wanted to do 26 instead, you can do that manually, and then select the time zone. We have all the time zones. And then the redirect URL, and this is what's going to be unlocked once that countdown ends. So that if you want to use a special giveaway or something, or whatever you want, you can put the URL here, and then that'll only be available after the countdown ends. So once you put that in there and save it, you'll see it'll automatically create a little countdown timer that's counting down 7 days, 19 hours. And then once that hits 00, then it'll reveal that link.
Which is perfect for your scarcities, your landing pages, all that stuff. Everybody loves the countdown clock, so it's a great one and beautiful.
I'm sure we're gonna have one for our launch, and yeah, it's good for lots of stuff. Yeah, and all the other additional options, it's just like all the other stuff. You can mobile only or desktop only.
The same. So perfect. Yeah. So is there any questions, any comments, anything about what we've just gone over, anything in general? That's a good
backgrounds, thing. All the same stuff as well.
That's a good thing. All righty. Yes, I like when there's less questions. That means we're getting down to everybody is really picked up on everything.
Yes, for the URL, this would be, it would basically be determined by whatever you switch us on to. Right. If you wanted a different URL for desktop or mobile, you would create 2 widgets and turn one to desktop and one to mobile, essentially.
Exactly.
But yeah, if you leave them both off, it's going to show the same website to both, and then it's going to show that same link to both.
Exactly. Well, perfect. Yep. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much. This will be obviously recorded and uploaded shortly. So thanks everybody for being on, and then we will see you again tomorrow for not tomorrow. It will be on Monday, and then we will do more widget training.